Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews. So, big shout out to Drunk 3PL because I recently saw a video of his that will contribute to some of the information I am going to give in this video, which is about Gina Carano. As it shows in the thumbnail, Gina Carano is being erased completely by Disney. They are erasing her 100% from their entertainment venues and their merchandising, all of it. And I'm going to give you some background onto the whole Gina Carano incident for those of you who are not aware of it. You see, Gina Carano is in the show The Mandalorian, which was from Disney+. It was a Star Wars show that even some of the older fans actually found enjoyment in. Her character, Cara Dune, was actually one of the most fleshed out, even though it was a guest appearance character. It was not a mainstay in the franchise. And she was eventually going to be a part of another show called The Rangers of the New Republic. It was set up in the second season of The Mandalorian. Cara Dune's character was fierce, independent, strong, all that stuff that the social justice warriors love to push up and endorse, except that they didn't endorse her character because she said something that, or didn't do something that they all wanted her to do, which was put pronouns in their bio and say that Black Lives Matter. Well, if you look at all the other major employees from Disney, you will notice that Christina Ariel, Pablo Hidalgo, the entire cast of The Mandalorian, with exception of Pedro Pascal, none of them have pronouns in their bio. Kathleen Kennedy, if she even has a Twitter, doesn't, or Bob Chapek, the other Bob that Chapek replaced, none of them pronouns in their bio. Now, Pedro Pascal, he put pronouns in his bio, but he doesn't really need them because, well, everybody knows that he's a guy. Now, she responded, on the defense, basically saying and shutting it down that when you are all coming at me and bullying me, well, that's kind of wrong. That's not going to make me want to really do what you're asking me to do. I don't really need to do this. And, well, then they started calling her a transphobe. Well, that got her in deep shit with Disney. So then Disney sat her down with some of the representatives of the LGBTQ, and she talked with them, and they actually said, we are not going to recommend you be fired. So she was still hanging in there. And then she gave her own political opinion. She started giving her political opinion more and more. She's not an overtly political person. I've only seen like one or two or three posts from her timeline that have been overtly political. One of them after she was fired. But they said that she made a comparison to the Holocaust and that Republicans were being treated like the Jewish during the Holocaust. She did no such thing. It is clearly evident that she did not. What she did was made a clear and very real and accurate comparison to the 1930s Germany, when the Nazis were turning neighbor against neighbor in order to get their bid for power, to push their societal agenda. This was before the Holocaust in 1941. This was the 30s, not 40s. And she said that this is what is going on in today's society in the United States, which it in fact is. Neighbors are being turned against one another over political ideals. Whatever happened to agreeing with it, or agreeing to disagree, and staying friends, and not basing your friends or your friendship with people on political ideals alone? You know? It's ridiculous. So that is apparently the straw that broke the camel's back. And Disney then fired her. They actually also wanted to have her publicly shamed. Basically, they wanted her to sit down on a Zoom call with 40 people in the trans community who were going to basically shame her. And she absolutely and rightfully said no. Because I guarantee you, if she had agreed to that, that video would have been leaked. That's just the way it is, folks. That's just how they like to do things. They will add insult to injury, and they will leak things in order to really drive the point home. And so when they finally fired her, she got a call from the Daily Wire from Ben Shapiro, and now she has been uncanceled because she is now getting her own production. The Daily Wire is coming out to help her. Many people in the communities have helped her and supported her, myself among them. And then Disney decided, well, fine, she's going to speak out against us because she did with the Ben Shapiro interview on the Sunday special that she did. And she said one of the most beautiful quotes out there. I read somewhere that, don't try to destroy my life with lies when your life can be destroyed with the truth. Well, Disney, there is a lot of truth that can destroy you. Your evil and corrupt practices are being called out. Gina is doing a wonderful job doing that. She's also people like me who have been making videos about the more nefarious and more negative actions that Disney has taken over the years, where we have pointed out things like how they wouldn't even allow a kid to have Spider-Man on his gravestone. This was during when Stan Lee was alive, or I think it was shortly after he died. It was just really wrong that they did this. Stan Lee would have not only said, yeah, we'll allow this, but he would have actually paid for the damn headstone himself. Would have probably gave the kid a crypt. But anyway, that's just a small example. But now Disney, because of fear, because of how much they are afraid of Gina Carano and what she is saying, have decided to act out in haste and start erasing and canceling further distribution of her characters, toys, and merchandise. Funko Pop stopped with the Cara Dune merchandise. Her Black Series Star Wars character, Cara Dune, Black Series figures, and all the figures are now on eBay for like $500 and more even. And just recently, shout out to Drunk 3PO, because I just saw this video, and I did say I would give him a shout out for it. Disney owns National Geographic. And Gina Carano did an episode of Running Wild with Bear Grylls, where she was basically on a nice little adventure with him. Well, Disney pulled that episode recently. It will not air. They want her gone completely. They basically cut her out of the will, so to speak. And I think that it is extremely petty and disturbing all at the same time. They fear Gina Carano so much that they want her erased from existence within the realm of Disney. Folks, corporations do have that power. And it is a very abusive power. That if you do not toe the company line, they will destroy you however they can. They will wreck your reputation. They will spread and endorse lies about you in order to make you look worse than you really are. Gina Carano has done nothing wrong. And I fully support her and will defend her when she is maligned by the media and by all these social justice warriors that had their little fifis hurt. And I think that her uncanceling herself and joining the Daily Wire and having that production, I wish her all the success in the world. I stand behind Gina Carano. Always will. Anyway, folks, that is going to be the video. You all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. What do you think of this blatant character erasure of Gina Carano and her Disney, her place in Disney, her history in Disney, being completely erased? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below, folks. This has been Orange Hat Reviews. Stay humble.